Yo guys, welcome back. We have a chest day today. I just recorded a whole little rant, but I don't think it was recording, so I'm recording another one. And shout out to my son, it's his 4th birthday today. Boy, does time fly, let me tell you. I know I was talking about this yesterday, but man, 4 years, it's crazy. And we have 3 total. Boy, it was busy. I don't think you need to hear that, but man, we're gonna eat a little more than we have been this past week, and I can see it in my face. Boy, and I gotta grow this back. It was just getting a little bit like too out of hand, I think, and especially since I had to dye it back black. This shit was just dark as hell, so I ended up just taking this off. I shaved this down a little bit. I don't know. Do I look younger? How I look? Oh, well, a little fresh start. But today we got chest. So, as you guys know, I've been rehabbing it. I've been taking it slow. Like last week, we tried to do a chest day, and I feel like it was successful. My chest is feeling good. The only thing nagging me now is my tricep. But you know, sometimes you have speed bumps along the way, and I am just blessed and grateful to be able to keep training. So I cannot complain there. You just got to work around it. We're going to do no isolated movements with our tricep. We're just going to get tricep involvement through obviously pressing. However, if I feel any bit of I guess like pain or something uncomfortable in my tricep, I'll stop the exercise and we can swap it for a different one. That doesn't mean that you need to swap it if you are totally healthy. So if I have exercise in that I prefer this over that, then I'd do it. But yeah, we have been off the diet train for about a week now, and my body just feels fluffy. It may not look fluffy. I feel it in my face, bro. I definitely feel it in my face. Just like when you start eating more carbs and more sodium, obviously your body's gonna hold on to a little bit more water, this, that, and the other. My digestion hasn't been good. I wasn't really eating much vegetables to begin with when I was tracking a little bit of calories, so I think that's what I got to do better on, or at least eat more fiber. God, man, because I was getting a ton of fiber in my previous diets. I was getting fiber through, what was it? I blanked. Oh yeah, low carb tortillas. Anything low carb or anything branded as keto, I was definitely killing, because anything branded keto has a ton of fiber to I guess keep you full. So like sometimes we'll get upwards to like 14 grams of fiber. Hero bread. If Hero bread wasn't so expensive, I'd probably live off of that, because that shit was pretty good. Obviously, when you're in a deficit, your carbs are a little peeled back, so we weren't really getting our sourdough in or bagels or anything like that. But we are pulling up to the gym. Sorry, I got a little shorter because I couldn't figure out my camera setup. That pissed me off yesterday too, because I was trying to live stream, but then the internet was down. I'm like, But oh well. Listen to that Summer Walker album. It's great. You can play it front through back, just like her first album. But all right, y'all, I will see you guys in there. Okay guys, we're back on the same machine. Oh shit, hold on. Okay, just got a plate and a quarter on. See how this feels. Yep. Perfect. Probably just go 45 and 35 for the next set. Feels good though. This will be the top set. We're gonna try for 8 again. Shouldn't be too bad. 2, 1. Oh yeah. Yep. Perfect. Yep. 3. Yep. Yep. Got 5. Yep. Thanks. Yep. Yep. Oh. Let's see. Okay. That'll be the top set there. I think next week we could probably just move up to 2 plates. But for 8, I felt like I was at like 65%. So we're not trying to rush it. Obviously, we just gotta keep adding weight incrementally. But let's try some dumbbells. If I could find a incline bench, that's what we'll probably use. Okay, yeah, we did 50s for the first set. Now we got 60s. Probably do another couple sets with this. Same rep range. Yep. Actually, we're gonna drop it back to 50s. Okay, it's important when you're rehabbing, you don't jump the gun, because that's how you get re-injured. Okay. Is it humbling that these are only 50s? Of course. Who cares? 4. There we go. 5. All right, perfect. Okay, we'll probably just do like 1 set here, or 2 sets. We did 1 prior. This one you gotta be careful with. If you're working with that injury. That's 2. 3. Break at the elbow, right here. 7. We'll probably hold that stretch at the last one. Yep. Ooh, yep. Hold this right here. God damn. That feels good right there. Okay, we're done with chest. We're gonna move into some shoulders now. Let's do like 1 set of shoulders for like lateral raise, I think. We'll grab either some dumbbells or some cables if I can find some cables. Okay guys, we can actually push on this one. So we got 125 on here. And it actually feels good to train with some intensity. Okay, let's go. What the fuck is playing? 3, 2, 1. 2, 3. Shit, that was perfect. We'll get 1 more. Okay, y'all, we pretty much wrapped it up with that lateral raise. And you can't really, it's kind of tough when you're rehabbing, because you don't start with that intensity. You know, you gotta lock in. And I feel like locking in on the last exercise was definitely something I'm not used to, you know. But I'm just glad that we were able to train our chest and not have it affect my tricep. I didn't even feel it. Actually, the only time I felt it was I did reverse flies with dumbbells. You guys didn't see that, but I was just feeling out some weight, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. I think I did enough today. And, you know, sometimes all you need is a quick little pump sesh, and if you're able to overload the progressive overload the workouts you're doing with a controlled manner, you're solid. And we got up to, we just moved up 10 pounds from last week. I think we use a plate and a quarter. I can run that back, but we use a plate and a 35 this time on the chest press. So if you're ever rehab, just a little by little, a little goes a long ways, especially if you're, trying to bench press and get up to that 315, that 5, those 2.5s will do you some justice. Will do you some justice for sure. The number one tip I can get to increase your bench press, because everybody wants a big bench, is to get those triceps a little stronger. One of my favorite movements was the weighted dip. The weighted dip is goated, and I feel like it's a lost art. You could also do the dip machine. However, I feel like the dip machine, you really can't load as much as you would be able to with your weighted dips. Shit, I think we got up to, when everything was kosher, man, we got up to like 2 plates on that thing, man. That was, I was feeling good. What, are we open? Did we just open? I'm pulling up to Safeway right now because my son's birthday, of course, so I gotta get little man some balloons and then some whipped cream. I think my wife needs it. Not in that way. We need it for the pancakes. We do like this tradition to every birthday he wakes up with my daughter too. They got some balloons, so hopefully we got some balloons in here, and every time we go to Safeway, he's like, "Come on, Dad, please just give me a balloon, please." I'm like, "It's not no special occasion, son, so we don't need to do all that. But now it's your birthday, and we got a 4-year-old, so let's go grab some balloons and some whipped cream. That way I've done my husband duties, and we're gonna have a fun, fantastic day." Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Peace out, and I'll see you on the next one.